It's finally happening. The show has picked up its pace, and this was the best episode of the season so far. Episode 4 of House of the Dragon. I mean, this is what I've been telling you guys. This is what I've been saying. We got an episode with more Aemond, and coincidentally, it's the best episode of the season. Aemond is the best character on this show, hands down, okay? The way this thing ends, man, I'm looking forward to it. I haven't read the book, so don't spoil it in the comment section. But man, am I looking forward to what's about to happen. So let's start off at the beginning, and we'll make our way through the episode. So Damon's at Harrenhal, right? And he's having these dreams, these hallucinations. He's walking through the corridors, and he sees someone that looks like himself. I don't know if it's an older version of himself. It looks like him, but not quite. It looks like if Daemon and Aemond fused and he had this guy, because it looked like Daemon, but with the eye patch and whatnot. So I'm curious as to what that is. But the most significant hallucination or dream he had this episode was one of Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra, the younger Rhaenyra. And she was talking to him, saying that Viserys, your brother, he chose me. He loved me over you. And at that, Daemon couldn't take it anymore, and he sliced Rhaenyra's head off. So where is this? So where is Daemon's heart? Is it because he was yearning for acceptance from his brother? He was yearning for a relationship from his brother, and when Viserys had Rhaenyra, he sort of chose her. And so he missed out on that relationship with his brother. Is that the fundamental, that inner turmoil? Is that where it's coming from? Because it seems like that's what triggered him. That Viserys loved Rhaenyra and chose him and chose her and didn't choose him. Either way, this man is coming for the throne hands down. And the way this episode ends, it makes things interesting. It makes things really interesting, because now the potential players are actually people I want to see go against. This is what I talked about, I think, in 2 reviews ago, where I've missed the dynamic between certain individuals, and it looks like we're going to get it, but on a grander scale, so even more. So I'm very much looking forward to the rest of the season. So while Daemon is at Harrenhal trying to build this army, the war is starting. Tensions are rising. We're seeing conflict. We're seeing people taking sides. And I just want to point out the costumes. Team Black, okay? Team Black, Rhaenyra's eldest son, I believe, and the girl, I think it's his wife. It's hard to keep track of all these characters. But the two dragon riders, their costumes are awesome. They got this all black outfit and the red cape going down one shoulder. And it looks cool, dude. The costume looks awesome. While we're at it, let's continue with Team Black. We'll move into Team Green later on, because, let's save the best for last. They got Aemond after all, right? So we're at this table. Rhaenyra comes in, and she's like, don't confuse my inaction with weakness. I went over there. I went over to King's Landing to speak with Alicent herself, because I needed to make sure. I love this line, what she said. I inherited 80 years of peace from my father. I needed to know there was no other path before I ended that. I love that line. That line was really cool, man, because her son was coming at her like that young, hot-headed type behavior we're seeing on both sides. So Rhaenyra had to explain to her son what was going on and why she did what she did. And her son was like, we need to send out a dragon. Send me out there. We need our presence known out there on a dragon. Okay? And Rhaenyra was like, okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to do this. Obviously, there was disagreements to that. She's the queen or to-be queen, whatever you want to title her as, right? She can't die. If she dies, then Team Black is over. You could argue Daemon could take over, but, that's different. Rhaenyra is the rightful heir to the throne. Nothing can happen to her. So her son wanted to go. She didn't want that because he's not experienced. We need someone experienced. We need someone experienced out there on the field. So Rhaenys volunteered herself, and no one could really argue with that. So now you have this really cool sequence of Rhaenys getting ready with her dragon to fly out and meet Cole and his men. And you have Rhaenyra talking to her son, speaking to him about the story of Aegon the Conqueror and the Song of Ice and Fire. And and we all know that. We watched Game of Thrones, so we see how that ties in with everything. So that's cool. Unfortunately, season 8 of the Game of Thrones completely ruined it, but that's besides the point. All right, now let's move over to Team Green. Alicent's up to something, and I think I know exactly what she's up to. I think she's pregnant. I think she's pregnant with Cole's baby, and what she drank was a means to abort that baby. I'm pretty darn sure that's what that was. So Cole and Aemond have a plan. They've been plotting, and we've seen that. We've seen them sitting and talking. But Aegon can't help himself. I don't blame him, honestly. I feel bad for him a bit. He had this conversation with his mom, and the mom was down-talking him, being rude to him. He had his mom, Alicent, talking to him like the guy from John Wick.
You will do nothing because you can do nothing.
And I feel like that was the wrong way to go about things. And if she didn't take that angle in that conversation, I don't think things would have ended up the way they did. Because she essentially made him, he was already feeling small. He was at the council, lost, he was bored, he doesn't understand what's going on. Then his younger brother steps up and he's like a savant, like an ultimate genius strategist and a beast, right? So, he has his plan, and he already planned it out with Cole and everything. And Aegon feels left out. He's the king, and he's not acting like a king. And his mom says, yeah, all we need you to do is do nothing. So then what's the point? I think what she should have said is, you need to take heed of the people around you. You don't, you were just crowned king. No one expects you to know everything, okay? Nobody expects you to know everything. That is why you have a hand. That is why you have a council. You take heed from people who are experienced, and you learn. You sit and you listen and you learn and grow, and you will be a great king. That's what she should have said. Not do nothing, just sit there and be nothing because you're useless. That's not what she should have said. Because of that conversation, he got on his dragon and put himself in danger. And spoiler alert, if you guys haven't watched the episode, he ended up dying. I don't know if he died. I mean, he should have died. He literally fell from the sky. It sounded like he was maybe coughing and there was blood gurgling or whatever. But he should have died. He should have died from that fall. So let's jump back a little bit. All right. So Cole and his plan. He had a plan with Aemond. The plan was Aemond was going to fly out and take care of business. When Rhaenys came in, Aegon flew out. That was not part of the plan. Aegon was not supposed to be there in the picture at all. So Aemond's like, wait, what's going on here? So he like chilled in the background, and those shots were awesome because we know Vhagar is massive. The sounds Vhagar makes, like this giant dinosaur behind the trees, hiding there, and the moss over him and everything. It looked real cool. So you had this battle between Aegon and Rhaenys in the sky on their dragons, and Aegon's not doing too good. And he gets caught. And Aemond has to come and save the day. The thing is, Aemond sees his opportunity, and he just blasts both of them. Hits Aegon. Aegon's dragon is literally on fire, and he falls to his death. I don't know if he's actually dead or not. I mean, he should have died. Now it's Rhaenys and Aemond, a battle between these two dragons. And that's the other thing. It's sad seeing these dragons fight because these dragons are extremely old. I'm sure they know each other. So think about the emotional trauma these dragons are going through, fighting your old companions. It must be tough, man. It must be tough. So they're fighting, right? And Rhaenys is this calm, collected. You can see her experience. She's calm and collected. And Aemond is more aggressive. And dude looks like a pirate on this dragon, right? Those shots were cool, man. But I mean, dude, Aemond's got Vhagar, so it's all like, dude, he killed her. chomped on that thing's neck, literally destroyed that dragon. And it was sad, man, because the dragon looks back at Rhaenys. Rhaenys looks at the dragon, and they just, like, you can see the bond. They say bind to each other. Like, I mean, they didn't really say it out loud, but you can feel it. And they fall back and die. It was a surprise attack too. Like, she was flying over the building, and then Aemon just swoops up and chomps on the neck. The dragon fights are cool. The only thing I didn't like about the dragon fights were when they showed first person, or any of the shots where they're showing the person on the dragon. It looked pretty darn bad. It looked pretty bad, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but the dragon shots overall, those look real awesome. There's this one shot of Vhagar crawling on the battlefield. You're seeing the size of just the feet next to the people, stomping people down into the dirt. That was cool. That was really cool. So Rhaenys is taken care of. Aegon is taken care of. Aemon flies down, lands, and checks on his brother. Cole comes in, and he's crying and everything. But those are crocodile tears, bro. I don't believe anything coming out of cake. I don't believe anything coming out of Cole's mouth. Who's next in line after Aegon? It's got to be Aemond, right? It's got to be Aemond. So, or is it Alicent? I don't think so. I think Aemond is going to take that throne. And so now that's where things get interesting, because Aegon being on the throne is not really a threat. It's a guy who doesn't know what he's doing. He's impulsive, and he lashes out because of insecurity, you know? Now you have Aemond on the throne. Now we get to see Aemond. Aemond's on the throne, and now Daemon is coming for that same throne. You got this internal fight, which is what I wanted to see. More internal internal back and forth on both sides. Okay, you're definitely going to be seeing that on Team Green in the future, right? Or coming immediate future, right? Because now Aegon is dead. Aemond is definitely going to be gunning for that throne now, if he is not handed it to him. And you're definitely going to be seeing that on Team Black with this dispute between Daemon and Rhaenyra, because Daemon is going to come for the throne. Rhaenyra now 100% fact knows that Viserys wanted her on the throne. Aemond versus Daemon versus Rhaenyra. Dude, forget Rhaenyra. Daemon versus Aemon. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, man. So things are really looking good. This was hands down the best episode of the season by far. But that's it for this review. Let me know what you guys thought about it down below in the comment section. And who do you want to see sitting on the throne? You know me. I want Aemond. I want Aemond on that throne. Dude, him sitting on that throne would look so cool, dude. It would look so cool. That's what I want to see. I want to see Aemond on the throne. Who do you guys want to see? Let me know down below, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.